ẹyin lóyìnbó pè ní scramble ẹyin lóyìnbó pè ní omelette bọ̀dá scramble ẹ̀.
ní mọ́ínmọ́ín àti àkàrà sí ní ògì àti bread torí àwọn ọmọdé tó bá ní àwọn ọ̀fẹ́ ògì àti ra bread. tó bá dẹ̀ tún ti di ọ̀sán tó jẹ́ pé àwọn èèyàn ti máa pẹ́ bí báyìí tá a bá ní kólúkálùkù gba break kan lọ ra oúnjẹ níta wọ́n tún máa pẹ́ dé òun la ṣe máa ń gbé oúnjẹ wá sí site so bá a ṣe ń ṣe lọ́dọọdún nìyẹn ẹ ṣé gan-an tẹ wá yẹ wá sí o ọlọ́run á máa bùkún yín o.
ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ̀yin bàbá wa ẹ̀yin màmá wa àtẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n àtẹ̀yin àbúrò àtẹ̀yin ọmọ àtẹ̀yin ọmọ ọmọ ẹ káàbọ̀ sí ètò wa Yoruba Summer Conference and Enrichment.
So, just to put it in context, we are really humbled to have you here with us today. We want to recognize again our elders, then our mentors and our sponsors. Our major supporters, Dr. and Mrs. Olambiwanu is from Florida. Dr. and Mrs. Oyemade, Dr. and Mrs. Akingbemi, Elder Murun Fola, Mr. and Mrs. Ugundipe, Dr. Larry Wajo. Please help me give them a hand of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today as individuals and as families. And the objective is that we should be able to bring you young folks together, and we should be able to join with you as parents to share what our cultural values are.
This is a very important gathering for Yoruba people because it teaches us how to come together as a culture, and not only to come together as a culture, but to learn more about our culture.
I think the motivation is just to pass the baton so that, you know, what started as a good work continues going on.
To connect, to fellowship, to know one another, to talk about our issues, talk about solutions.
a fẹ́ kí ẹ̀sìn ìbílẹ̀ wa or culture ìbílẹ̀ wa kó kàn ra bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
a fẹ́ kán gbàgbé culture wọn, a fẹ́ kán tún mọ̀ ọ́ sí kí àwọn náà kán lè máa pass it on sí generation wọn àti generation wọn tó ń bọ̀.
ta ló lè kọ abidi ta ló mọ abidi o ó yá kọ abidi.
Abidi fi gi di ji ki li mi ni o qui wi si shi ti wu wi yi.
So for this first hour, we are having in this room a women's conversation because it's important for you guys to talk about a certain issue that is relevant to you guys. And in the room to my right, which is your left, we are having a men's only conversation so that we kind of have the space to talk about an issue that is relevant to us, kind of in a closed door format, so we can be as open and honest as we want to be.
Today's talk would be on, or discussion, not talk, 'cause I'm not talking at you. It's career and love.
It depends on what you want to do. I feel like just do what you feel is best. If you want to go with love and want to depend on a man, and maybe if you get your heart broken, it's like a waste of time, then you can do that. If you want to go with your career and focus on yourself, and then the right man comes to you, then you can do that. It just depends on what makes you happy. Just do what makes you happy in that.
Your family is so important. And of course, you can always have a career.
I'm like in the middle. But now I'm more so like, okay, well, I don't want it to just be my career. I don't want to be like, you know, time passes me by and I'm like, oh, I have an amazing career, but where are my kids?
Yeah.
Where's my husband?
There is a difference in the caliber of men and the way men are raised in Nigeria than the men that are here. Do you guys agree with that?
I'm just gonna just throw this out there.
Some of the expectations that maybe like our fathers or our older brothers, you know, the things that were instilled in them were not the same that we're getting for the younger generation.
So when choosing a career, would you go with passion or practicality?
Practicality. Okay.
Passion. Because with passion, you never tire them.
Exactly. I'm a dancer.
Well, I'm going to say a little bit of both. The reason why I say that is with passion, you're going to have the drive, you're going to have the energy, and you have the sustenance, which means eventually you're going to get there. But in the same breath, you're going to also be very practical about it.
Ó dẹ̀ da, ó dùn gan-an. Èmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí èèyàn kan mo sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá lórí àwọn ìtọ́jú ara wa. Torí kéèbó tó dé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá la ti ń tọ́jú ara wa.
Ó máa ran àwọn ọmọ kékeré Yorùbá lọ́wọ́ láti mọ̀ wípé ibi tán ti wá ó jẹ́ kókó sí nǹkan tán máa dì ní ọjọ́ iwájú.
I'm very proud to be a Yoruba person. I am proud of my name. I'm proud to know what my names mean. I'm proud of my culture.
I'm very proud of my culture. I'm very proud of the way I look. I'm very proud of the way I speak. I'm very proud of my accent. I'm very proud of my background.
I embrace the culture. I embrace the way of life.
We are a very talented people. We're a very diverse group of people.
So for this year, we are talking about the whole concept of your emotions.
One of the serious things that happens with a lot of us men is anger. So sometimes we talk about emotions, you know, there's fear, there's pain, there's frustration, there's depression, there's happiness. You know, emotions is so much more than sometimes what as men we can think of it as crying.
In American culture, it is like openly accepted for men to be more emotional. So like growing up as a Yoruba man, it might seem to some that you're not supposed to be as emotional, or you should have the kind of things put together, everything wound up in a sense.
There are brothers who have committed suicide just because they didn't have the forum, they didn't have the opportunity to talk.
To be a person of African descent in America is a very unique thing. You know, you have a very unique set of expectations and viewpoints on you because of the history of what it meant to be African in America since the beginning of America's inception.
Folks mask it with alcohol. Folks mask it with drugs. It's scary, you know, and you'd be foolish to say that it doesn't exist within our own community.
I wish our parents told me how to pronounce my name even. My name wasn't Timmy Tope. Timmy Tope. You know, like that's small of a thing. Yeah. But now that I'm older, why make the young kids go through the exact same problems I had and tell them how to say their name? Yeah. Tell them what it means. Yeah. You know, teach them how to speak a little bit of Yoruba. You know, to not have that language and be in this country and like not to know, we're not helping them find themselves if they don't know what their name means, what the language is.
Asírígun ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ jó mi jó àwọn lọ́jọ́ mi jà jó mi jó ìjàre mo wàrà jó mi jó aṣíwájú mi ní mú jẹ jó mi jó ẹgbà mi lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ jó mi jó.
Ọdọọdún ni nǹkan tá a ṣe níbí ló máa ń wú mi lórí.
It's a real pleasure and honor to be here this afternoon and to have seen some of the activities that you've been able to organize.
We look at this forum as an opportunity for our young folks and their parents to come together to share knowledge about Yoruba cultural values.
I think Mr. Aziz has elevated the organization, but more than any other person, any other president of the past. So I'm very, very happy with that situation, and I really commend Mr. Aziz. He has done a very, very good job.
Sí ọgbọ̀n ọdún sẹ́yìn, a ní àǹfààní irú ìkójọpọ̀ yìí, ṣùgbọ́n a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run lọ́jọ́ ìní wípé àwa tá a ti wà níbí báyìí a tún lè ronú tá a lè ní ìkójọpọ̀ bí eléyìí.
And to God be the glory. Ọpẹ́ ni f'Olúwa. Tí àwọn ọmọ wa tán wá, tí ìròyìn dẹ̀ ń kàn. A bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké, nísìnyí àwọn ọmọ tó dàgbà díẹ̀. Over 30, àwọn náà ti ń wá.
I've seen the progression in which the youth have actually introduced new elements into it They have made it now more interactive.
And we've transitioned to the point that the younger generation, the 20 plus, 30 plus, they are the ones actually at the forefront of directing Yoruba conference and summer camp. And they're doing such a fantastic job.
Àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ agùnbánirọ̀ wa, wọ́n gbìyànjú, wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun.
The organization was pretty impressive. It was timely, which makes a change from what Nigerians typically do.
Emma Binu, because nítorí pé Yorùbá mi kò dára, ṣùgbọ́n mo fẹ́ láti gbọ́ Yorùbá bí ọmọ Yorùbá ìjìnlẹ̀.
And you go. And we're bringing out. And your voice. And we're beautiful. Part of our objective here is to get the younger generation together. You know what I'm saying? Get you guys together, talk to each other.
But I also want you to work in group. Somebody that, again, you have 1 minute because we're moving fast. I want you to work in group of 3, okay? And I want you to talk about what could you do, maybe something you can do better to contribute to your community, all right, and to be successful.
So I'm going to talk about how you can bring being in Nigeria to your everyday life, in your academics, in your social activities, in everything you do.
I want to start off by saying Nigeria is a very rich country, wealthy country.
And of course, coconut oil is becoming popular now, it's the thing now. Yoruba have been using coconut oil for the ages. It's for union and it's for skin. It's a skin lotion.
Nigerians have tried, but got frustrated.
It works on both sides. It's both our fault and also the system over there that's pushing us away.
In addition to what the young man was talking about pharmaceutical companies and being able to influence policies and gearing it towards Africa, that's a great point.
In Yoruba language, alátiṣe ló máa ṣiṣẹ́ ara ẹ̀. If you are subletting your solution to other people, you will be in the same situation 100 years from now.
You have to excel. And to excel, that means you have to stand out. And to stand out, that means you have to do what other people are not doing. You have to go the extra mile. And I think that's what I've learned.
The first time my dad ever said he was proud of me was May 15, 2011. The reason I remember that day is because that's the day I graduated medical school. And you know, one of the things I asked him, I said, why did it take you so long to tell me you're proud of me? You know? So as parents, you have to know your children and trust in your own parenting ability that the lessons have been listened to and they're going to be put into action. You don't need to beat anymore. You don't need to scold anymore. You don't need, the curfew maybe, please, because if I didn't have a curfew, I don't know if I'd be here right now.
Nigerian parents are very sheltering. They're very sheltering. And sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's harmful. Because when your kids get to college, that's when they start learning the things that they should have been able to learn at a younger age. Yeah.
Then I bought a home in Nigeria, so I'm actually going to go see it. I'm hoping that it's there. If you don't see me, touch back with me in January. If that home is not there, all you people who said give back to Nigeria, I'm taking your name down.
Ìmọ̀ràn tí mo lè gbà wọn òbí ni pé kó kọ́ àwọn ọmọ wọn the ways of Nigeria. Ìwà bí ọmọlúàbí ṣe ń ṣe.
So my word of advice is embrace the Yoruba culture, speak it freely, speak it loudly.
I'm very, very impressed with what I saw today. You know, the fact that, we have this youth all gathered together and having a very positive interaction about profession, about job.
We didn't have that before, and now that we have this, I would love to see that continue.
I have to say how impressed I am, and I pray that we will continue to go from strength to strength.
And they can take it, far beyond California or beyond United States.
Kí wọ́n gbìyànjú láti jẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ tó wà ní Amẹ́ríkà kí wọ́n kópa nínú irú àwọn ètò báyìí.
So my name is Alabisi Davis, and I'm from Rhode Island. It's been a wonderful pleasure to be a part of the Yoruba California camp experience.
And really, I think that events like this is where it starts. But obviously, we need more awareness.
I need more time, or a full camp, be a week or camp every summer. So don't want that for a share.
A jẹ́ ohun ìwúrí fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn bàbá àti ìyá Yorùbá tí wọ́n pọ̀ ní àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ yìí.
Àná ni mo kọ́kọ́ wá, ìgbà tí mo wá lé ní mo really sọ fáwọn ọmọ mi kan tó ready pé yeah daddy ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ because wọ́n enjoy ara wọn. Gbogbo àwọn tó parapọ̀ mọ́ tó kọ́kọ́ lóríṣiríṣi tó gbọ́ oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tí kálukú ń go through ó dùn mọ́ wọn nínú.
We should start thinking about establishing our own businesses for the sake of our children.
Absolutely.
You can't build wealth on a salary, guys. You can't build wealth. I'm not talking about money to buy a BMW, money to buy the latest whatever, suits and shoes. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking real wealth.
We do like to recognize our young folks who are in college, who have done their job academically. And through contributions and donations, we've been able to provide those who've been able to maintain a 3.0 GPA overall, not just for one quarter, but overall 3.0, who are of Yoruba descent, who have been in college for at least one quarter or one semester, a scholarship to obviously go towards their education. And just FYI for potential donors, the more that we get, the more that we can give.
I have the honor and the pleasure to call on Abibat Iriafen. Thank you so much. We are very proud of you. We are proud of your academic excellence, and we encourage you to keep on. That is a unisex name. Is he here? Yeah. Come over here, please. Congratulations. We really appreciate you. And I want to say a big thank you to my wife, who was on her feet till around 12 midnight. Making preparations for Akamu, Ogi. So here we are. We did it again. I'm very, very happy that we did it. And as we depart from here tonight, I wish every single person joining masses to our respective destinations.
Encourage your brothers and sisters to come to events like this so that we can all get together and brainstorm ideas of how we can make this bigger and make it better each and every year.
One of the ways you will step up is just to join us and encourage your kids to come.
I wish we did it more and maybe we had more volunteers. Like I definitely want to volunteer next year.
So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ wa ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní ọdún tó ń bọ̀ kájọ máa ṣe kó lè yẹ gbogbo wa á máa yẹ wá ẹ ṣeun.
We continue to improve our awareness and outreach, and I do hope that eventually we have more people that will embrace what we do and get aligned with us.
Àwọn tó dẹ̀ ń ṣe alùkóso ètò náà olùmọ̀ràn máa ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ àjọ máa ràn gbogbo wa lọ́wọ́ a máa rí nǹkan ayọ̀ báyìí máa ṣe o.
A dúpẹ́ fún gbogbo àwọn tó ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ìyáàfin Ayélọ́jà a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o àwọn náà kọ́ wa bí a ṣe máa di àdìrẹ wa náà ò ní à ń fi hàn yín yìí o. A dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ o a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn òbí wa tí wọ́n jẹ́ ká wá sí ìpàdé yìí a dúpẹ́ fún gbogbo àwọn tó ná owó láti rí i pé wọ́n fi ìpàdé yìí ó ṣeé ṣe.
Ọlọ́run kó jẹ́ kó ṣeé ṣe fún wa o kákéré kó délé o tọmọtọmọ eléyìí Ọlọ́run ní fi ọjọ́ ìní ṣe òpin bá a ṣe péjọ síbí báyìí ẹnìkankan nù wa ò ní dín lágbára Ọlọ́run ní ọdún tó ń bọ̀ a tún máa pọ̀ sí ni a tún máa rè sí ni ní ọlá aláìláìláìlá Muhammadu Rasulullah.